There is a large archive of family photographs that is free but can be challenging to find. This archive holds photos of ordinary people going back over a century. Street scenes, people shopping, classmates, dances at the town hall, civic parades. I'm going to show you where it is and give you a step-by-step method for searching it successfully. There's also a 2-page cheat sheet with every search term in this video. You'll get it as a download with our free newsletter. The link is in the description. Finding photos of people in your family tree is hard. They were taken by individuals way back when, and they're sitting in albums and shoeboxes in attics. There are probably 3 ways you found photos up to now. Someone else builds their tree with a branch that is common to yours. They upload photos, attach them to specific people, and make them publicly available. The second source are obituaries on websites like Find a Grave or Billion Graves. If you're lucky, a photo or a newspaper clipping with an image has been attached. Speaking of newspaper clippings, historic newspapers are the third source. Even when your ancestors weren't particularly notable or newsworthy, local newspapers can be gold. The society pages may have your great-grandaunt and her pals happily attending a dance in the town hall. Unfortunately, newspaper archives are often a separate subscription to your standard genealogy subscription, and the costs mount up. So that's the 3 you probably used. And if that's all, then there is a large hidden archive of photos that are free. Where is it? Well, this archive is scattered across Facebook. The trick is finding what you're looking for, and that's what this video is about. Facebook hometown groups are a hidden but very large resource of old photos. One group for one small town can hold thousands of scans posted over 10 years. Let's take the example of Westfield in New Jersey. This town currently has a population of about 30,000 people. I found 4 Facebook groups that have photos from throughout the 20th century. I don't want to show faces of people who were still living in the 1950s, so I've blurred them out. But someone uploaded these pics, said that a relative was in one of them. Then people started commenting and naming the other people. They named the pub owners and told stories about some of the people enjoying the hostelry. There's a back and forth of, does anybody remember so-and-so? And someone chiming in about where the family lived. You see, the photos are just part of the prize. The comments can break down your brick walls. And here I point out the advantage that the people commenting are often in their 70s and 80s. They're recognizing people they knew in their 20s, and those people could have been in their 60s at that time. You're potentially getting photos and stories about people born in the early 1900s. That knowledge isn't being written down anywhere else, and it won't be around forever. The disadvantage is where we can usually trust people's memories when it comes to faces, names, and neighborhoods, but stories can grow in the telling. Consider these as leads. Everything needs verification. And of course, with faces, siblings can be mistaken for each other. I've seen a father and son mixed up as the person was getting a little confused about the year of the photo. But these Facebook groups are still an amazing resource. The catch is that they're scattered across Facebook with no particular index as your starting point, and Facebook search is notoriously bad. You need a methodology for success. Well, here it is in 3 steps. I'm on the Facebook homepage here, but I'm looking for groups, so I'll switch to the groups page. What I'm looking for specifically are groups dedicated to local history in a particular area. The good thing is that they tend to have typical names, so I'm going to search for the most likely names of these groups with hidden gold. I use a checklist, and here it is in this cheat sheet. You can print screen now, or you can download the PDF to a link in the description below. Just to be clear, let's take Westfield as the example. It's a small town in Union County, New Jersey. So one by one, I'll search for these terms. Westfield, New Jersey history. Old Westfield, New Jersey. You know you're from Westfield, New Jersey if, yes, literally that is the name of many groups. Growing up in Westfield, New Jersey. Westfield, New Jersey nostalgia. Memories of Westfield, New Jersey. Westfield, New Jersey, down memory lane. Westfield, New Jersey, then and now. Westfield, New Jersey, old photos. Westfield, New Jersey, vintage photos. Just a note here. Some groups genuinely are named just Old Westfield, with no state anywhere in the title. The state is often in the group's description or location, so the search usually finds them anyway. If a phrase returns nothing, drop the state and rerun the search before concluding no group exists. On each search, one by one, I tick them off on the cheat sheet, and then I put a line through them if nothing comes up. Let's go back to my Facebook search for Westfield, New Jersey history and take a look at a search result that doesn't have Westfield in its name. You know you're from Garfield, NJ, when Garfield isn't Westfield, but it is in New Jersey. And you may be thinking, well, it could be really close. Well, it's not. It's 26 miles away in a different county. Back in the day, that was a long way. The only reason my Facebook search on Westfield is showing it here is because it shares field in its name. That's quite misleading because I do want to search towns that are close. Families move between nearby towns constantly for work, church, and marriage, and sometimes they move back. You may not even know that a particular person who was born and died in one town spent 20 years of their adult lives working in the town nearby. Section 2 in my cheat sheet is about widening your search to the surrounding places. For me, I'd start with the town of Elizabeth because I know from marriage and death records that this branch of my family spread there. Then I'll work to a map of the surrounding towns. I'll work through section 2 here for a list of about 4 or 5 towns. Let's say your target place is so small that it doesn't have a Facebook group. People from those places will likely post in the county group. For me, that would be Union County. Yeah, you get the idea. I simply repeat the searches with Union instead of Westfield or Elizabeth. Finally, you can widen out again to state level. But for state, be specific on genealogy groups. People reminiscing about a small town aren't likely to drop photos into the state groups. This is what this third section in the cheat sheet is about. Take a look at this group here. Westfield High School, New Jersey, class of 1975. If they graduated high school in 1975, they were born in the 1960s. You may be thinking that's actually still too recent for you, but they could be reminiscing about parents and even grandparents who went to the same school. Worth a look. For this reason, I've put in this extra section here of other potential searches. High school class of, town, church groups. If the town had a particular historical event, there could be anniversary groups dedicated to commemorating that event. You could try some occupational names like the fire police groups. For local cemeteries, there could be groups of volunteers who clean and tend to the cemetery. And finally, of course, surname groups. So, having gone through all that, here's the next step. You'll likely find that most of these groups are private, so you'll need to hit the join button. Many groups ask a screening question, I think to keep bots out. One honest line will likely get you in. Researching family who lived here from the 1890s to the 1960s. Just keep it simple. Every group has its own search box. The second page of my cheat sheet has all my tips for searching within groups. Start with surnames, but don't stop there. Run them as spellings too, because people typing captions from memory can really mangle names. Be sure to run both the maiden and married surnames of women. Get street addresses from census returns and directories. You could find street scenes with the family house in them, even when nobody names the family. And try to use the neighbourhood name if you know. Locals may use that instead of streets. For a specific person, target the high school with the likely graduating year. That's the birth year plus about 18. And try the local elementary schools. School photos are a rich source of named faces. Now I'm over on the right of my cheat sheet. Employers and shop names. Photos of shop fronts may come with a common thread of people throwing out the names of everyone in the doorway. I mentioned any specific local event that may have been commemorated, but also try Memorial Day and the 4th of July for American towns. Finally, a few generic terms for searching within the group. Old photos, found photos, photo album, shoebox. These can pull up the post where someone's announcing a batch of inherited pictures that nobody can identify. You might be the one to help. So these are my best tips on searching. If you've got any more suggestions, please drop in a comment. It could help others. I've also got tips on the cheat sheet around the process, like keeping a log of the searches you've already run. That log doesn't mean you don't run the search again. On the contrary, try these searches every few months in busy groups, maybe at the end of the year for a smaller group. Christmas is a time when people are reminiscing. Some of my tips are because Facebook's search is just badly engineered. It doesn't always surface what's there, and sometimes what you found before won't come up again with the same search. So I have details down here on how to save the post URL. It's also why I'm telling you to go into the Photos tab and scroll through it all the way back. When an image grabs your eye, go and check out the attached comments. If you would like a free copy of the cheat sheet, subscribe to our newsletter and get the download as a PDF. The link is in the description and in the pinned comment. Hope this helps, and best of luck with your family research.